For me, any physical activity when you're stoned, when you're an avid stoner, right? Like to me, it puts you in a zone where you can concentrate more on the shit you do. Like, so for instance, I do archery with my daughter, and beforehand, I'll go smoke out before we go, and I'll just be comfortable, as opposed to when I've tried it when I wasn't. And there's just something like it settles me in. My targeting's better. My breathing is better. All that. And even as it relates to workouts, I feel like I could work out longer than if I'm like, put it this way. For example, if I'm not stoned, I'll set the time that I'm going to work out, hour and a half. And on that hour and a half, I'll stop. But if I'm stoned, I'll lose myself in it. And I'll go longer than that hour and a half.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what it does to me. It just gives me that hyper focus where I'm just locked in.
When I'm stoned, I'm getting more information. It feels like I'm more, when I'm doing physical things like martial arts, for example. When I'm stoned, I feel like my timing better. I feel like when I'm supposed to move into something better.
Yeah.
I've had like breakthroughs in technique from being high and hitting the bag, because you realize like there's just a perfect timing to the way it impacts. You're a martial artist.
I think it slows you down and allows you to not rush into.
Yeah, to do it properly.
To do it properly.
Yeah, it makes you feel the technique, like you feel your body moving like in a little bit more harmony. Because sometimes when I'm not warmed up, or maybe when I'm maybe I'm a little sore or something like that, you can kind of force things the wrong way, and you can even hurt yourself doing that.
Yeah.
But when you're high, you almost like feel the way your muscles are. Like when you do chin-ups when you're high, it's like you feel your back, you feel everything in it.
Yeah.
It just makes everything very hypersensitive.
Yeah, I always felt like when I went into the dojo, when I was training, when I went in sober, there was always this anxiety trying to like do it all right and like sort of doing too much, trying to like go faster than you actually should.
Yeah.
In your progression. It's, being too excitable and stuff like that. Whereas when I went in high, I would absorb it, like you said, absorb it more and focus on everything that I was doing, like from the snap of the punches to the blocks and kicks and all that stuff. Like instead of rushing it and trying to go out and impress sensei or, all that you do, because ego comes in as well when you're in a dojo. I want to be the best student in here. It's almost like a competition sometimes, right? But when I'd go in stoned, I wouldn't even think about that. It was just all about absorbing what he was giving to us that day and then trying to do it and slowing my mind down to do it right.